What's going on, everybody? I'm Jeff Gresham. Welcome back to the channel for yet another video. Today I'm going to take you behind the scenes of my very first attempt at shooting some wildlife. Let's see how that went. So in my quest to learn as much as I can and experience as many aspects of photography as possible, I made the, I don't know if it's a smart decision, but decision to head out to the Stillwater National Wildlife Refuge and take a stab at shooting some wildlife. Now in the past, I've taken some shots of birds and gotten a few lizards, turtles, and my dogs, but those were at a local park where birds are aplenty, dogs run, and the turtles kind of hang out on a log in the middle of a small pond. So not a whole lot of patience is required for that. So I head out to the refuge with my fiance, my kids, and JD. Now, my kids like photography as well, and they have some older DSLRs, and my fiance was shooting on my EOS R. I was using my R7, but I also brought along a Canon Rebel G film camera that I recently picked up for cheap, but I'm gonna have that in another video. All right, time to try out the R7, see what this thing can do. Well, I know what it can do, but let's see what it can do when it comes to birds, wildlife, and taking the lens cap off. All right, now that I say that, I see nothing out here. So we get there and there's this big deck. I guess you could call it a blind. It had an awning and a bench for viewing and such, so, JD went off to shoot some B-roll, and my fiance took the kids down to look for some horny toads and whatnot. I kind of just hung out there. Yeah, so this is a whole new thing for me. It's not something that I've been dying to get into, but it is something that I do have a little bit of interest in because they're so unpredictable. So I was sitting up on the deck, waiting for anything to happen, and nothing really ever did. I mean, 2 herons flew by, but I wasn't really aware or quick enough to get any good shots of them. So a minute ago I got a bird flying through the air. Can't tell really what it was. When I looked at it on camera, I zoomed in and it wasn't in focus in the zoom in, but this screen isn't extremely amazing, if you know what I mean. Anybody that has the R7, you know that the screen, the viewfinder, has less dots than most of the other cameras, so the quality isn't really there. So we'll see. I'll put those up on the screen and we'll see if they're in focus. If they are, cool. If they're not, well then, But yeah, so that's that one. As you can see, neither shot is very good for a couple reasons. I had the camera on one shot instead of servo, which was just a terrible mistake. And I really wasn't being very patient. Okay, so I can pretty much guarantee those shots that I took of the birds flying through the sky are going to be out of focus, and here's why. I just realized, and I wasn't even thinking about this, I just realized that I was on one shot when I should have been on servo. So I switched over to servo as 2 ducks were going by, and I got shots of them. So we'll put those up on the screen. We'll compare those shots of the ducks versus the birds flying through the sky, and we'll see if servo does a good job of tracking as just using one shot. Kudos to all you bird and wildlife photographers out there. Man, you guys, you are so loyal to your cause. I mean, we were there a good 2 hours and the only thing that happened was my kid got stuck in the mud. Really? So she was walking and got stuck in the mud?
Yes, up to her knees. Like, she looks pathetic right now. Her water bottle is covered in mud. Her hoodie.
Oh, that's beautiful. That's terrible. All right, so here's the situation. As my fiance and the 2 kids went down to investigate where that hawk landed, my daughter got stuck in the mud. But before I show you that, this is what my fiance's camera looks like now. So Yeah, that took a mud bath. But here's the beautiful part. What my daughter looks like. So I'm gonna start from the toes up. My God.
Oh yeah.
How do you feel?
You all suck.
That whole thing was literally the highlight of the entire day. Now, at this time, I don't really think wildlife is for me, but I gotta keep trying. You know, how will I know until I legitimately dedicate some time and some effort to it? Honestly, what do I have to lose? I get to get out and shoot something, or at least I get to try. And being outdoors is nice as well, so it's really a win-win. So I'm gonna give it another shot, and I'll see what happens. But until then, I'm just gonna continue shooting whatever I can, whenever I can, and I think you should too. So I'm gonna go ahead and cut this one off right here, and I hope you guys were able to take something from this video, even if it's just laughing at us. And until next time, get out and shoot, and I'll see you in the next one. Later.